So what's the difference between a creeper and a sneaker?
Oh, geez. I don't know.
A creeper acts in poor taste, and a sneaker tastes poor. Welcome to the greatest DC comic show on YouTube. It's Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. Thank you so much for wanting to spend part of your weekend with us. Us being myself, Magic Lasso, Ryan, and of course, Signature King, Tony. How are you doing, SK?
Well, we just beat the thunderstorm coming home from Hershey Park.
Were you
riding
roller coastering
roller
again?
coasters? Yeah, and they opened up the water park for summer and went down that big roller coaster where you hit the bottom and get that big splash. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the loggers ride.
Log ride, that's what it is.
Yeah, the loggers ride. Well, very cool. Glad you guys had fun. Is everything refreshment wise all chocolate?
A lot of it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially like you get funnel cakes. Everybody loves funnel cakes. Mm-hmm. You can get them with melted Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah.
I'm gonna want that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, cool. How about this past week? Were you comic book hunting? Were you comic book purchasing?
Yeah, I picked up quite a bit. I'm going to save one for the book show. But yeah, there's a bunch in there.
Oh my gosh. Is there any Fury of Firestorm in there?
I don't remember. It was just my subscription, and it's already, when it's paid for, they just hand you the bag. Mm-hmm. You just hope that everything's in there. Yeah. But I've never had something not in there. Unless they never got it, then that's different.
Fair enough. Cool. By the way, since last week's show, I went to the movies and saw Masters of the Universe. Dude, I loved it.
Was it good?
I loved it. I felt it was made for fanboys like me.
Okay.
Like 9.5 out of 10. That's how much I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does Wonder Woman, the first Gal Gadot movie, sit on your 10?
9.8 out of 10.
9.8. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because if they would have done one thing, it would have had 10 out of 10.
I feel the same way. And mine was the stupid Ares reveal, who still kept his own stupid British mustache.
Mine was if the first time Steve sees Diana, he needs to say to her, "Are you an angel?" Because that's what he always says. And then that could have been a callback in the second movie when he's trying to convince her that he's Steve. He could have said, "Angel, it's me." It would have been a great callback.
That would have been cool. Okay.
So if they would have done that, they would have got a 10 out of 10. Patty Jenkins, why are you not taking my phone calls? Actually, Patty Jenkins, why I not have your phone number?
It's too late now.
Yeah, it is. But, well, maybe with AI, I could fix it.
That's true.
Yeah, someday we could. So we're excited for a great show tonight. We're going to do our regular things like, DC comic news. We're going to have a great retro review. And we have a special guest back with us. He was our first guest of the new year, and he's back with us again right now. It's Alan Schell. How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing great. Even better now that I'm here.
We're so happy that you're here. And I'm going to mention this again, but I want to start out by saying, Alan, you have a great new series on YouTube called Cover Lovers. Tell us about that. I love watching that show.
Cover Lovers. Okay, so yeah, thank you first off, and thank you for both of you for doing the show. Yeah, I got a special announcement on that. I am working on the 3rd episode right now, and I've hot-shotted Magic Lasso's episode. So this week, the Magic Lasso Bronze Age Wonder Woman show is going to be airing either Thursday or Friday. Anyways, yeah, so Cover Lovers is something I've wanted to do for a while. When we were doing Pop Culture Clobbering Time with Jamie and Coach Vic, I love this cover. I love this cover. And I would sing, like Prince. I'd be like, Cover Lovers, So I was like, this would be a great show, guys. This would be a great show. They never had time. So eventually I just got bored of not being on YouTube, I guess. And I just was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then when you got me on here the last time, I was just like, you know what? I need to do something.
I remember you talking about us, I think backstage about it, and I said, well, I'd go on a show like that, and I'd watch a show like that, and I've done both. So yeah. So if you guys haven't watched Cover Lovers, it's a new series that is on Alan's YouTube channel. There's a link for his channel in the description to this video, so make sure to subscribe and check it out when we're done tonight with our Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. And what's that?
As Jackson Roykirk says, the algorithm redirected me to Under the Covers Lovers.
Under the Covers.
Oh dear.
I was worried about that. No,
Yeah.
I did some stuff when I was younger. I'm not proud about it. No, anyway.
You got to pay the bills.
Yeah, I kept the lights on.
So you got 2 episodes right now, and both have been Superman centric, Golden Age and Silver Age, and in both of them, I saw some covers I'd never seen before, which is fun.
My favorite of the Golden Age was Lifeguard Superman. Lifeguard it's the dumbest thing, you know. Like what, you know, it's kind of like something you'd probably see on the Munsters, you know, Herman Munster. But I guess it's all from the same well, you know, they're pulling from. But yeah, Lifeguard Superman, I even think it would be great. I said on the show that if they had you got Nicolas Cage doing Spider Noir now, which is awesome, not to bring in Marvel, but you could do a David Hasselhoff Lifeguard Superman.
Yeah, you could. That'd be
awesome.
Crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, we got Superman, majority Superman right now because my buddy wanted to do those. And I wanted to start off strong. Yeah. Of course, you got Wonder Woman coming up this week. And then we got Flash, Barry Allen Flash. Ooh. We have an Invincible coming up. I worked on Invincible. And I got Silver Age X-Men. And we're doing Captain Marvel. I call him Captain Shazam now.
Yeah, we agreed that. It was the happy medium between the two.
Yeah. It's Captain Shazam. And then also we're going to be doing a special on Jack Kirby's Fourth World.
Okay, cool.
So I got a lot of stuff I have to edit.
Yes. Well, we're glad you took a break from the editing bay to be with us tonight.
I'm just excited. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
We're also happy that if you're watching on the rewind that you've decided to spend some time with us. In our live chat, first up is John's Comics with Friends. Great to see you, John. Alan is doing double duty by also appearing in the chat as well.
Little cakes.
Yeah, we've mentioned him already, but meow to Jackson Roykirk. Kenneth Bird is here. Hi, Kenneth. How you doing? Wouldn't be a show if Olivia wasn't here. Since you're covering Hawk and Dove, who do you like better as a duo, Hawk and Dove or Fire and Ice in DC Comics? I like the Judds.
The Judds.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that wasn't an option.
Neither one of them I'm super a fan of. So
I like Hawk and Dove. So
Hawk and Dove has so much potential. I'm telling you, there's something with Hawk and Dove. That's why I wanted to read these tonight. Like I wanted to see what Ditko had in mind. And because they've made like Hawk and Dove appear on the Titans show, and it's you got the and then Rob Liefeld and Carl Kessel and all those guys did the 80s to 90s Hawk and Dove. Then they turned Hawk into the Monarch or whatever. The one I remember, Armageddon 2001 or whatever it was, where the main. No, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that. No.
That's the problem. It was forgettable.
Yes,
it was forgettable, and so I think there's something for Hawk and Dove. I think there's something more. Fire and Ice was great in Justice League International. I don't know. There could be something.
Tony, Olivia's also wondering, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I think I got a little too much sun, but I'm good.
Good. I am doing well also. I had a little bit of a stressful weekend, but I got through it, and it's all good. I have not heard that Tom King might only be doing 1 or 2 more issues. I know his goal was 100 issues. I would be shocked if he makes it to that, just because he's doing so much Hollywood stuff right now that I think that that's where his attention is going to be focused. And yes, Hawk and Dove had a great episode in Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah. Justice League Unlimited was known for giving a lot of deserved storylines to people. I mean, the Question episode was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see Titans in live action?
I did.
No, I've seen clips.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. They had a really cool origin story.
Soda Jerk Classic. Donna Troy fan. My brother, you're right there with me. So
what could I ask what Hawk did to Donna Troy? I don't know.
It's a family show. No, I'm just kidding.
No, hope not. Wait a minute. She's like a Wonder Woman. So how'd you know?
She kind of is, yeah. Glad you're here, Soda Jerk. So, all right. For those that went to Heroes Con, you're probably not watching this live stream because you're still having a blast. We wish that you were there. In some news that came out today with Heroes Con, Scott Snyder gives a wink to Stephanie Williams, and people are saying Vixen is coming. So there was a panel today at Heroes Con where they're talking about DC's Next Level line and how they really want to reinvest in the talent and make more books like Dead Man. And they have some incredible series that will be coming out soon that they're going to be announcing. And they said they're very proud of it, that you guys haven't even seen yet, and they're really, really excited about. And then he gives a wink over to Stephanie Williams, who has been very vocal about an idea that she has in writing Vixen. So people are thinking that Vixen will be coming as an announcement soon in this next DC line.
So I got a question, like how many times are they going to do like Next Levels or All In or whatever? It just seems like they're always trying to like, oh, we're going to bring these people back. Well, we got Batman. We got to do Bat. I'm not trying to complain on this. I love number ones all the time. We just kind of like maybe, or just make a mini series and then like the chapters, do it as chapters. And it's like, there's a mini series. Oh, here's the next one of this person. I don't know. It kind of seems like they're just like, oh, well, that failed. We're going to have someone else come in and rewrite the stuff. And then it kind of keeps me from picking stuff
We're
up.
overdue for some sort of crisis. We're overdue.
Are we?
DC always does some form of a crisis.
Yeah.
And it's always called crisis of something crisis.
I mean, like Future State, I thought, oh, this is cool. This is going to be the new stuff. And then
it's not garbage.
It's like
I like the retroactive when they did that and did untold stories from previous decades.
I know, because we're nostalgia babies, right?
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah,
we are nostalgia babies. We're like, hey, look, they got Norm Brayfogle to do that Batman.
Yeah,
that was awesome. They had the old, and then before that, they had the Silver Age Justice League by Ty Templeton, and that was great. Oh, absolute
crisis. See, I told you, we're overdue for a crisis.
See, because Absolute is so popular, I think that's going to probably end up taking over.
Absolute Superman fans that are waiting for issue 21 are going to be waiting a few weeks longer because now it's being pushed back 3 weeks. July 1st originally was the solicited date. Now July 22nd, which is the Wednesday of San Diego Comic-Con. That's going to be a big week for DC because with Absolute Superman 21 coming out that week, Absolute Wonder Woman 22 comes out, Superman 40 comes out, and Action Comics 1100 comes out all in the same week.
Did they say the reason for the delay?
They have not.
Just out of curiosity. Okay.
No, they did not.
It's a Jim Lee cover.
Yeah,
it's a Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Praise goes out to Jim Lee. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. So, did you guys, not to bust on this, but have you seen the Supergirl drinking mug that they came out with?
No.
So, if you can find a picture on the internet of the Supergirl movie drinking mug, it's a mug with the Supergirl logo, but then she's supposed to be wearing the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was fake, but when I seen it, it looked a little weird to me. I don't know. This is a family show. You might know.
Okay, something to search on after the show is over.
Yeah.
Speaking of Supergirl, so people are saying with Supergirl Woman, the Supergirl movie based on Woman of Tomorrow, why is Lobo in this movie? Apparently, this goes all the way back to the original incarnation, was supposed to be a Supergirl and Lobo team-up miniseries. And it was the editors at DC that nixed that and said, take Lobo out and just focus on her. So with this upcoming movie, they're going back a little bit to, I guess, the original creation concept by including Lobo in the movie to some extent.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's kind of was it because at the time they made Lobo into like a real thin Prince looking? Remember that new 52 Lobo?
Yeah.
Was that around the same time?
I don't know if that was the same time or not, but I mean, I do know that Supergirl and Lobo are being reunited in the new issue of Lobo that's coming out this Wednesday. Look for her in the issue and on the cover. SK. Oh, go ahead, Alan.
Do either of you have the like Lobo, like the man's back or the bat, old book? You got it signed?
No.
Oh, wait. Come on, Signature King. How you doing?
I've never had a chance to meet. What is it? Simon Baisley? Is that
Baisley?
Beasley, yeah. Celebrating the 13th anniversary Man of Year today. All right. I am. I didn't know that, but I'll take it.
And if we were wondering what was going on with Hawk, he was a psychotic jerk back in the 80s.
Well, he just lost his brother.
Yeah. Mr. Gretzky 9966 is joining us. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thanks for being here. SK, I'm hearing that the rumors are saying we should be expecting some Wonder Woman casting news soon.
I also heard
that
she might be making, let me back up, not Wonder Woman, but Diana Prince could be making an appearance in as soon as the Man of Tomorrow.
Okay, so next year.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'd be cool.
Yeah.
I love it if they would do that. They would tease that. You're not getting Wonder Woman, you're getting Diana Prince. You're not getting Batman, you're getting Bruce Wayne. That'd be cool.
Yep. Our good friend Glenn, Seeking Superman, is here. He was at Heroes Con. It looks like he had an amazing Heroes Con. He even got something for me. Oh. So thank you, Seeking Superman. And you guys need to go on his Instagram and look at this cool framed piece that he's now.
He's always got something cool.
This is
got an Instagram. Cool. What's the just Seeking Superman?
I believe it is.
We'll check.
Mr. Gretzky wants a new Flash movie. SK, what else do you have going on news-wise? I hear that SDCC is going to be heavily Clayface focused.
Probably. I do have something to share, and a story goes with it for news. So DC usually does celebrity covers with, like, if you remember, there's one with like Jerry Seinfeld and Batman and Superman or whatever. I'm sure you've probably heard the news. Check this out. I'm going to share my screen here. We have Weird Al Yankovic with Batman and Superman. Check out some of these covers. They're pretty cool. And Weird Al Yankovic is actually coming to my town.
Oh.
A week before this release.
He has already had variant covers this year with DC.
Yeah. But I love these, and I'm kicking myself that I'm not going to be able to take this, because if you get like the VIP ticket, it comes with, he'll sign something. So I was like, I'll grab a book, I'll go to the Weird Al concert, get a really super cool signature from Weird Al Yankovic on a comic book cover, and I'll throw it in the collection. But he's coming the week before, and I'm sad about it. And that's my story.
Oh man,
and I'm very sad, but I still like these covers.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, they are pretty cool
in 2D.
Yes.
Oh, instead of 3D, like his album. Man, that's great.
Yes.
That's good
too. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I mean, he's a consistent artist. That's what I like about him, is because he didn't fade away like most of the people he parodied. He's just like, he's on to the next one. So it's always
it's funny because you're right. He's more popular than the people who he had the song from.
Right.
Yeah, longevity.
24th anniversary of the Scooby-Doo 2000. I was unaware that was a milestone we were marking, but that's good to know.
There's your double feature, SK. You can watch that and the Man of Steel. Back to back. It's their anniversaries.
Absolute Catwoman is getting issue 1. We'll be getting a second printing coming in July. That was announced.
Second printing.
Is that a good book? Have you read it?
Haven't read it yet. So, anything else news-wise, Tony, that you want to share?
That's everything.
Okay, cool. Everything. That was a pretty healthy.
Slow. I think we're waiting for San Diego to do the big.
I think that will be big.
There is that. I don't know. You're talking Image here, but Image put out the new Mask magazine or comic book. It did the blind bags like these.
Yeah,
because I'm a sucker for blind bags, and they put more than just the Mask comic book on there. They put like ROM that's been on print and all this other stuff in there. And, well,
ROM backwards is more.
Okay. All right. No outside DC talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get lynched on this show.
You're gonna cost us a Comic Book Community Awards nomination.
Yeah, exactly. We need that.
Okay.
Cool. Very nice.
That's how I am about Green Arrow, the Absolute Green Arrow. I want to read where they're going with that.
Oh, that's such a good story so far.
It's crazy.
Even though we're only like one issue in?
We're one issue in, yeah. Second issue, I think, is coming out. Is it next week? It might be. Or it might be next week. It all blurs together after a while.
Yeah. If this is like Resident Evil and Army of Darkness stuff going on, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move into the retro review. So, Alan, we're going to start with the Creeper retro review. So this is kind of a tribute to Steve Ditko tonight. Tell us why you picked the books that you picked tonight, and specifically the Creeper.
Well, Creeper and the Hawk and Dove and Shade the Changeling Man were all created by Steve Ditko on his, I think this is 68 or so. And he'd left Marvel. He'd been with Charlton, right? Doing the Blue Beetle, Captain Atom, and the Question and stuff. So, let's go to DC, I need work type of thing. And he's creating these characters that he probably, I don't know if they were in his back pocket. If these were guys that were, he was just thinking of. But the Creeper is so weird. Seriously, who can you look at in other comic books and go, okay, he's this guy? He's not a Spider-Man. He's not a Daredevil in a sense. He was almost like if the Joker kind of was a superhero. But even that, it's just the Creeper's so weird. And then you got the Hawk and Dove characters who it's pretty cool because, one's like really like militant almost. And the other one's like, it's like having an angel and a devil in a sense on your shoulders. I always thought that was a great. And then Shade Changing Man, he's had a second life and Vertigo and such. And I never really read the books. So I know the characters. I've seen them in other books, but I've never read the origin story. I've never read their first books, if not even in reprints. So I was like, let's do it,
All right, well, take it away with this is Showcase 73, the first appearance of the Creeper.
I can't tell you that. That's bad news. Can I blow this up? Hold on a minute. Let me blow this up. All right, the coming of the Creeper. There you see, this is like the splash page of them, just introducing you to the Creeper. He's got all these cool Ditko faces here, and he's just sniffing around. You got those eyebrows like Doctor Strange eyebrows back there. So I just who designs this way? I can't believe that. All right, so some thugs are busted in somewhere. Okay, all right, the commies. All right, here we go. The commies will pay plenty when we deliver yachts and his equipment. What's a yacht? Oh, it must be the Professor Yachts. They're busted into his laboratory. The underground gang of Angel Devlin. So that's a cool name, Angel Devlin. So you're Angel and Devlin, yeah. So they're helping the commies and to get rid of his assistant. All right, so they're beating these dudes up. So obviously, Professor Yachts is making like the serum, right? That it's going to turn the creeper into the creeper later on. All right, so at the same time, Jack Ryder, who's an outspoken program host, and that's one thing about Steve Ditko. He had some political things, so having characters like this is very on point. All right, so Jack Ryder, he's on his own show, which he became later became like just a radio host, right? Yeah, and so he's on TV here. Maybe they kick him off. So he's having a debate with this guy, and he must have got under his skin. And so his boss is like, "Oh, I won't have you insult my friend. I paid the bills for this program. I want Ryder fired." I guess he did. He just got fired. Maybe he's going to be on radio after this. "I demand an apology. Maybe you'll get it, but it won't be from me. Goodbye, Dr. Crackpot." And he's like, "I think I have a talk with Ryder." There you go. Look at the panels there. He could draw clothes. This is the one thing about Ditko. Most people just draw and paint clothes on people. He actually draws the clothes. He's like, "This is terrible, Jack. Now you're out of a job. Be reasonable. Maybe Whitley and the sponsor will forgive you." He's like, "No thanks, pal. Don't worry, I'll make it out." Yeah, so basically he's not really worried, but then he gets confronted by the Bill Brane, chief of the network security. Already has some plans for him. Because "I know your job for you, Ryder. It's not glamorous, like having your own TV show, network security investigation checks on crank calls, do some digging, stuff like that, but it's interesting. And that sounds like kicks. I might just try it for a while." So now he's got a new job, so that's good. "Try this, Robiners. We've learned that commies." You can tell this is like late 60s, early 70s. They got some commies going here. "We've learned the commies have made a deal with the underworld here. They're supposed to help them get rid of defectors back out of the USA. The CIA asked us to do some checking." Oh, look at these pictures there. That's okay. That's Professor Yachts. What name, Professor? Hey, I'm Yachts. Okay, so that Professor Yachts, his friends smuggled him into this country. Now the Reds are trying to get him back out. We don't know where he is now. And this is a Red agent, Major Smeg. Is that the name? We think he's the contact man with the underworld. We believe these hoods are working with Smeg to kidnap the professor. We're not schoolboys. Could be dangerous for you. Or they're not schoolboys. Well, at least it won't be dull. Far from it. Asked Pete here. He was working on a hot lead. Something about a party for all those bad apples tonight. But before he could find out any more, well, this is some words. Some hoods worked him over. Now they beat him up pretty good. He needs a day off. Want to take over for him? Well, it's not such a rosy picture, but I'll give it a shot. Oh, there you go. That's page 3. Okay. Oh, so he's got his outfit on. He's like, so did he already have his outfit? Okay. That evening, Pete has filled Ryder in the rest of the details. I guess Pete didn't know it was a costume party. I better get a hold of some duds. But he told him it was a costume party, didn't it? No. We carry mostly costume for kiddies, but I do have this box of odds and ends left over from special adult orders. Oh my goodness. It's all yours for $10. It's like, well, I hope he can breathe in it. It's like, if there's nothing good in here, I can always wear that box.
That's funny.
So near the home where the party is being held. No mask. But this wig and the makeup, my own mother wouldn't even recognize me. He looks like a yellow and green Paul Stanley from Kiss. He just needs the star. Is that salesman seriously? He sold me this wild old sheepskin rug too? Well, I'll use it for a cape. gloves and boots. I'll tie the tops and make sure they stay up. This is a wild outfit. Some nice little costume party with hoodlums standing guard. I just hope they're not too alert. Nice of them to leave the window open for some fresh air, and me especially, since I haven't got an invitation. Oh, advertisements. I love those. Everything you'd want to know. Oh, come on. What happened here? Is this the same?
Oh,
you just give a check.
No, it's
here we are. There we
yeah, here we go. Yeah.
All right, here we go. With those costumes, masks, with costumes and masks, I can't. Yeah, it's Norrish. That would be great. This would be kind of a cool, like Spider Noir. Let's get Nicolas Cage to be the Creeper. That'd be awesome. Funny, actually. With those costumes and masks, I can't match any of them up with the photos Brane showed me. That is Brane. I don't know. Got to find some clue to their identities. That dude's cool. He's got like Devil and half. Yeah. I don't like the idea. Wait, this is guys. Okay. I don't like the idea of appearing in public like this, Mr. Devlin. It's too risky. The authorities are looking for me. Let them look. With that costume, you can hide right out in the open and relax. We've got the professor here. Right after the party, we turn him over to you. My men are all over the grounds, and even though our host here is secretly one of us, he's also a respected member of the community. And as are so many of our other guests, we're quite safe here. Mr. Devlin is right, Mr. Major Smeg. I just love Major Smeg. He's my favorite. The police would never suspect anyone I invited to my home. Dr. Whitley, Mr. Pell, how good of you to come. I trust you're enjoying yourselves. Oh, yes. Lovely party. Nice and peaceful. Just the way I like it. Is this like The Shining where they're going to, no? Of course, some of the costumes look a bit too violent for my taste. And some of the other colors are much too alarming as well. You men are not here to have a good time. Well, when they come. You're supposed to be guards. So keep your eyes open for anyone who looks like they don't belong here. Hey, I don't remember checking him in. Better keep an eye on him. All right. There we go. Disco Stew. No clue so far. Uh-oh. You were right, a party crasher. Let's carve him up. Secret room behind this panel. I wonder if... Oh, wow. Oh, got me with a knife. Oh, no, they got the creeper. They stabbed him. What's going on here? He's like, let's see what you've got in this room. Yeah, I mean, he just got stabbed in the ribs. He's knocking guys out. Professor Yachts, come on, I'm getting you out of here. And it's like, he says, aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Like, yeah, don't worry about that. Later to move. You gotta move fast. Place is swarming with hoods. The rats. All right, let's go down here. It's like, sliding panels jammed. Don't worry, Smeg. We'll get it open. Meanwhile, he's trapped in there with Yachts. Now we got them both. My men in there have probably taken care of him already. There's no danger, I assure you. You promised me. I keep slipping under different. Anyways, you promised me no slip ups, Devlin. They had better not be. He's no good to me, dead. We're locked in. Now they'll probably kill you for trying to help me, but I just can't let you bleed to death. Why not? You don't know this guy. He could be. Anyway, they brought along some medical supplies. I'll treat your wound. I'm sure glad you make house calls, Doc. If you can just stop the pain, maybe I could think a little clearer and get us out of here. These two discoveries represent my life's work. I cannot bear to destroy them, yet I cannot allow my names to have them. My enemies to have them. Therefore, I shall entrust them to you because I don't know you and you're wearing a freaky outfit. Hope that I developed this serum as an instant healing aid, and it's probably going to give you greater powers and strength and maybe drive you a little crazy. I'm not sure. I shall treat your wound. It's really not been perfected, but let's put it in your eyeball. No. And this device I shall implant in your wounds. My enemies will never suspect it is there, even if you cannot escape. In any case, they will not obtain my secrets. I would rather have them die with us. Oh, that's cheery.
Exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah, it's like, you might die from this. If perfected, the device will revolutionize mass transportation. It would rearrange the molecular structure of matter, making it weightless and invisible. Whole armies could be sent into foreign countries as normal tourists with their invisible uniforms and equipment, and then at the right moment, my device could be activated, and the hidden army could be assembled for conquest. That is how my enemies hope to use it. I can understand why the Reds want it, but we can't let them get it. I have placed a device in your wound, but I forgot to add the activator for it here. When you feel that escape is impossible, swallow it. Wow. Now I must destroy all my notes and equipment. Say, how does this thing work? Well, you just slip it. Now, what's going on? You activated the device in your wound. You've made your costume invisible. My activator works now. Turn it again. Amazing. All right. There you've reassembled the molecules on your costume. Now help me burn my equipment. Oh, what are you hitting me with? Hey, what's going on? Gotta stop him. Professor, take cover. I'll shove you in front of the bullet. Smoke can't get a clear shot on that guy. Yeah, okay. He did that. You see him. All right, here. Back to sleep, mister. Hey, what a belt. Maybe the professor's serum did give me an added strength. Poor old guy's dead. He helped me more than I helped him. I owe him to save his creations and to stay alive. It's opening. Get ready to... Uh-oh, what's that smoke? Make way, fellas. The party's over. Womp, womp, zonk. Get to the police fast. This is them thinking. Got to get to those police fast. They'd like to see who's behind some of these masks. Thief, stop him. He's robbed my safe. Nice trick. Making the honest guests think I'm a crook. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. 2 can play the game. That's cool. That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
All right. Who was that monster? How dare he attack me? Such violence. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wetley. He's a common thief, but lit a fire to cover his escape. Don't worry. My house staff will catch him. He shan't get away with such a murderous attack. There's no place in this world for such actions. Whoever he is, he must be silenced. He knows too much. We can't have the police around here. Since no one else is calling, girl. Since no one else is calling the police, I shall do it. And a vicious character like that should not be on the loose. That won't be necessary, Dr. Wetley. The culprit will be caught and turned over to the police. Ha ha ha. These guys panic when they see me. I guess it's my costume. Well, good. Keeps them off balance. Ha 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 ha. I think my laugh gets to them too. It really bugs them. Boy. It's hard to believe a few minutes ago I took a knife in the side, but now I can hardly feel the wound. That professor's serum really works wonders. Uh-oh. They're ganging up. Maybe if I walk like this, it'll confuse them even more. Right now, I need all the tricks I can think of. Might as well try that cackle again, too. Uh-oh. Take that, you. It's like, take what? A leap over your back? Normally, all this swinging would wear me out, but the professor's serum is better than a 5-pound vitamin pill. It's a big pill. What out of my way, pal. Got to get to the phone and call a friend. The police. Whoops. That was the police. I just crowned a cop. He punched the cop. And he's like, stop in the name of the law. He's like, oh, I got to get out of here and make sure they don't know I'm the one that knocked him. So he changes back into his street suit and he confuses him like the Zodiac killer did. Hold it, Mac. I wonder if he spotted me. Change. You have the wrong man. I suppose so. You couldn't have changed out of that costume so fast. Not with that sheepskin rug around your neck. I wouldn't be caught dead in an outfit like that. but I'd keep my eye on that house if I were you. Sounds pretty wild. All right. No. So he deflected himself. So they go over there and they're checking everybody. That creepy character couldn't have gone far. We'll put out a bulletin on him. Sorry about the trouble, sir. You and your guests can get back to your party now. Some of these guests are missing. The ones the police would suspect, they must be hiding in that secret room. Maybe I can flush them out before the cops go. To be continued. Order by mail. Meet the man behind the crystal.
Yeah.
Ooh, enemy ace. Is that it of that?
I think that's it. Oh,
nope,
yeah. No, there's more. Sorry.
Oh, the police have stopped searching. Take the professor's body through the back door and down the street in the parking area. My car is waiting. Don't worry, Smag. Our departure will go smoothly. It better. You already bungled things bad. All right, so it looks like Jack Ryder is turning back into the creeper. It's like the cops hang out around front. I can get them to see me. Can't let them see me. They'll think I escaped from the funny farm. I hope those hoods are still hiding in there. Maybe I can stir up enough of a rumpus to bring the cops back in. As he gets back into the building, it's like no dice. No, I guess that's how he took off. And he's like, that garage, plenty of room and them to hide in there. I'd better make sure before I get the police. Well, goose chase, and my goose will be cooked. Must be a way to sneak in there. What is it? How is it? All right. So they're in there hanging out, and that dude is like, you fool, what good is a dead man? He can't tell us his secrets. It's like, we didn't get yachts back for you. It's like, what a laugh. And then Creeper starts laughing. And he must be in there. He's gonna, oh, look at that one. That's cool. Sorry, boys, your car isn't ready yet. It's still being washed. Yeah, putting a little Spidey humor in there. It's that thing again. Kill him. Says dude. He's thanking himself. These birds are after Professor's secret weapon. If they only knew they were looking right at it. I just hope we're making enough noise to disturb the peace good and proper. Maybe some cops will come by selling tickets to the policeman's ball. And he didn't say that. He thought that. Let's make the light company. Let's make like the company doesn't pay its electric bill. A little darkness might even cut it. It might even help out the battle. Might even out the battle. Yeah. Hey, we must have shut him up. The police will be swarming over this place. And he's like, one more and he's laughing. I'll have a sore throat, but it seems to be wearing on them. That laugh is driving me crazy. All right, here we go. It's like, this will silence him for good. He's got his Glock out there. He's like, no thanks, pal. I don't. Oh, no, he's got like a bomb. What's he doing? But I am sneaky, aren't I? It's like, what did you want to go and do that for? Are you afraid of the dark? Oh, he was trying to. He has a gun, right? Ooh, coins. Who's that? Oh, look at that detective there. All right. Stay away from me. I'll kill you. And one for good measure. Perhaps I'm scared. They keep saying that. They're like, they think, oh, maybe he's gone. Mind if I drop in? Never turn your back on a stranger. What? I prefer the front. Okay. This one is for the professor. Whop. It's like, whoops. Got caught in the moonlight for a second. And with those silencers, they can shoot all they want. So they're shooting at him, taking some good shots. Can't even feel that wound anymore. The professor deserves a Nobel Prize. Instead, he got a slug. Gotta make it up to him. It's there. Spray the room with bullets. We're bound to get him. Mustn't stand on top of a car. You'll ruin the paint job. All right. And he knocks him down. And he's doing the Ultimate Warrior press on him. He's like, oh, pardon me, but I have to borrow one of your fellas for a moment. He just throws him. He's got a bowling alley. He's just throwing him down, knocking him down. And he's like, good thing. He's like, stay together. It's our only chance. He's like, just keep setting yourselves up and I'll keep knocking you down. There you go. He's beating him up, pulling his hair, poking some eyes. 2 fists are better than one, especially if they're both mine. Oh, boy, these are some good ones. Brane was able to keep the police around Much more for the swinging, and I'll catch a cold from all the draft. Oh, much more of this. Give him 5 more. Wait a minute. Give him 5 more minutes, boys. He says it's important. Did he call the police and I skipped this? Oh. Anyways, okay. He's like, uh-oh. I must be the only one still on his feet. So he's beating up all these dudes, and it's only the devil and angel guy. He's like, come on out, you laughing lunatic. Nobody makes a fool of me. Not even a fool. I think he's flipped his cork. He's ripe for a sneak attack. I hope this won't tire you, as he rolls a tire. So they're in the garage, so there's tires around. Yeah, you're in the spotlight, mister. He lost the silencer off his gun. Shots from the garage. That must be it. Why don't you come out and fight like a man? Throw away your gun and I might try it. You've had it now. Gun's empty. Click, click. Now I like the odds a little better. Keep away from me. You're not human. Stay away. I don't think you like my suit, mister. That hurts my very deep. That hurts me very deeply. Ha, ha, ha. I wonder what his laugh would sound like. All right, there you go. Don't leave now. The fun's just starting. Like, besides, we haven't been properly introduced. You think he's going to say his name? Is he going to give us his name? First of all, I'd like you to meet my fist. And then I'd like you to say hello to your face. Your real face behind that mask. I've had enough of your lunacy. And he kicks him. He just gives him a big old Van Damme kick. Oh, look, nice power of self-defense there, too. You keep trying to run away from me. What's the matter? Have I got bad breath or something? Oh, whack! Oh, he gives him a big old uppercut. Says, hey, that's creeper. That's creeper guy. It's that creeper guy. You there? Stop. The police can take over now. The joint's loaded with unconscious hoods. Somebody had a field day, but the hoods got poor yachts. Here first. Halt in the name of the law, as the creeper runs away, obviously to turn into, I'm tired of going through windows. It'll be nice to walk through a door again. Better get my activator working. Oh, he's going to activate her. And stow the creeper for a while. I just saw the wildest looking guy, officer. He was wearing long underwear and hair down to his knees. He went up on the roof. Oh, my goodness. Brane. Oh, okay, so Jack Ryder runs back into the his TV place where they, he got a second job. He's like, there's a secret room back at the party. That's where they kept yachts. The host was in on it. Oh, so he went back into the garage? Okay. That fellow there, they call the creeper. He sure raised the cane around there. The cops can handle him too, but I wonder why they call him the creeper. Because he creeps. Why else? And later at a meeting of the underworld, this creeper, he made a great deal of trouble for us. We're putting a price on his head. 100,000. That's not a lot. Anyways, there's the most violent element loose upon society. I demand the arrest of that creeper. We'll find him, Dr. Whatley. He has a lot of explaining to do. Oh, you got Lucy. Hey, my knife wound doesn't even show a scar. And that professor's device is still inside me. I can't get it out of there. He planted it just below the surface, I bet. And this is the baby that turns it on. It still works, but I wonder for how long. Is he gonna beat up? That's 22 pages, is that? All right, and here we go. We got the professor's serum. It's sure giving me plenty of muscles, and we'll be there. But will there be any side effects? Or how long will it last, if at all? He entrusted his secrets to me. Well, he didn't have a choice. He was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. Maybe I should just keep them to myself. Then I can make sure they'll be used properly, because only I will be able to use them. Next morning, the law is looking for him, and so's the underworld. If that creeper's smart, he'll fade right out of the picture. I'll bet that's the last we hear of him. Don't be so sure. A guy that popular? He'd be a fool to fold up his act while he's such a hot item. That's a mouthful. He's like, say, maybe he needs a good manager. A hot item. He's blazing. The creeper will return and soon. What's this, Steve Ditko? What is that one?
Like lightning, hawk and dove.
Strikes again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, before we get into Hawk and Dove, let's talk about Creeper. I honestly, still, even from having this story, I know they say it's a rug, but that red thing, I've never understood that. That does not look like a rug. It does. It looks like, I don't know, a cross between cotton candy and flannel.
Yeah, it does look like cotton candy. I think it would probably be more like a mink fur or something than
probably.
Like something that, you know, some lady had or something, or just like, you know. So yeah. The suit was just wild to me. The first time I ever seen the Creeper was in like a Who's Who, the magical Who's Who books. I think it was a Dave Gibbons picture that could probably be a poster if people liked the Creeper enough. But so I've always had that thing going on for him. And I've never read this. And I've never seen the actual artwork in there, which, I mean, I've seen Steve Ditko's Creeper, but I've never seen this exact book. And I think it's a fun little quick piece. And it had some fun dialogue in it that I flubbed up a lot. But I thought that it's very, you know, you could see I'm surprised they didn't make him a detective or something. But I guess, you know, he's a news reporter / security guy. I don't know. I'm sure he went back to being a news reporter or a radio host, which was fun.
Yeah. Tony, did you have any thoughts on the Creeper?
He's creepy.
Creepy.
I want to know, the whole time I think I was like, what does his laugh sound like? What voice did he, maybe when he was Jack Ryder, did he do a different voice when he became the Creeper?
I would think so. That's what I would think, yeah. Okay. So. Well, we're going to see lightning strike twice because I'm going to do our second book, which is just, there's an issue in between the Creeper one, and then Showcase 75 brings us Hawk and Dove. So hit me to the prologue on the first page, Mr. Tony. So we begin our story, and there's demonstrations going on. There's one side that wants war, and Tony, you can zoom out. You can just do the full page for me. Okay. There's one side that wants war, and then there's the other side that doesn't want war. And we see that there's two brothers caught in between. A good way to remember them is Hank is Hawk, and he is a high school student. He has the brown hair. Don is Dove. He has the blonde hair, and he's a college student. So, you know, they're obviously disagreeing because Hank says force is the way to do it. And Don says, no, everyone would be happy if everyone would just give in and negotiate a little. On the next page, you'll see that all heck is breaking loose, and they start to fight. And the cops come in, and it's not a good situation. So now we cut over to their father, Judge Irwin Holl. And some man is learning about his fate, which is a life sentence. And his name is Dargo. And what he's been doing is he's been running a racket where he's going to businesses. We need protection money to make sure nothing happens to you. And, you know, the judge, the boy's father, the judge is like, that's not going to fly around here. And he threatens him. He says, you can put me away in jail, but I'll get you. My boys will get you. So after he's taken away back in his quarters, we have Hank showing up, and he's talking to his dad about the fact what just happened with him and Don. Don then does show up, and those two start to kind of have a tiff again. And the dad, which is the judge, breaks it up and thinks just how different these two boys are. They're opposites night and day. When all of a sudden the door opens and a bomb is thrown in. And the dad, which is the judge, says, don't panic. You boys get behind the desk and hurry. Mm-hmm. The bomb goes off immediately. And it looks like the boys are kind of okay. But their father, he's still alive, but he's not in the best condition. And Don says, I'll stay with Dad, call and get help. This is the big deal. So Hank runs out and he sees the man that he assumes, threw the bomb, but he knows he can't go after him because that could be the difference. If he doesn't call for help, his father might not make it. So on the next page, the man escapes and they're like, well, one of those kids made it out alive. So I don't know if the judge is alive or if he isn't, but it doesn't matter. If he's still alive, we'll take care of it. So the judge is being taken to the hospital, and they've called their mother, so she shows up and she knows what's going on. And that's when Hank says, they got a security guard outside his door, but is that going to be enough to protect our dad? Because if they want him dead, they're going to get him. So we go to the next page, and they're talking about some peace rallies. Are you going to attend this? And, they're like, no, because 2 days have passed since, and they want to go and visit their dad, who's still in the hospital. And they turn the corner and they see something. And that's where the prologue, where chapter 1 ends. And we go into chapter 2, and who does he see? It's Hank realizes that's the man who threw the bomb. And Don is like, but you only got a glimpse of him. Are you sure? What are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to jump him. I'm going to beat him up. And he's like, you don't know for sure if that's him or not. And he's like, we should call the cops. And he's like, no, we're not going to lose this guy. So they decide to tail him. And they see that he goes into an old theatrical warehouse. And they're like, we're going in too. Hank is like, we're going in too. And he's like, well, how are we going to get in there? We're just going to knock on the door or what? And he's like, no, we found a window. And he's like, brother, I can't let you go in there alone. So they jump inside this window and they're in this room. And they don't want anyone to know that they're there, but all of a sudden, a door slams shut, and they're like, oh, there's no way that they didn't hear this. And yeah, the rest of the crooks in the gang did hear this, so they go to investigate. But luckily, the boys are able to hold the door shut so they can't open it and get in, and they just think that that door had been jammed probably for years. So they know that they're in the clear right now, as they overhear that they're going to head back and take care of the judge in the hospital, because they have a stoolie on the inside at the hospital. And they're like, we got to get out of here and call the cops. So they're trying to figure out how they can bust out of this door. And it's just really not working. And all of a sudden, as they get more and more increasingly frustrated, says, Don says, if only there was another way out of here, if we had some sort of super strength or superpower. He's like, just shut up about that. We don't have time for stupid fantasies. Dad's life is at stake. But then this voice appears. It says, power, you wish power, then so be it. And they want to know who it is. And they said, it doesn't matter who I am. You have been chosen. I have heard your wish and it will be granted. You both shall have powers because this is what you seek. And what powers do you want? And Hank says, I want the power to break out of here, to stop the creeps who are after our dad, the power to smash them, tear them apart so they'll never commit crimes again. Can you give me this? And he says, yes, I can. Then he asks Don what he wants. He says, well, if he wants the same. He says, well, not quite. I want to save our father, not smash the criminals, let the police handle them. And they're given the powers that come with these crazy costumes. They're like, what? I really didn't want a costume. This is a kind of a gaudy get up. And on the next page, they says, as they continue talking to the voice tells them, your strengths, what you're good at, is going to be enhanced, very much so. And these are the powers that you're going to have. But also, when there's no sign of trouble around, your costumes and the powers will disappear. So you can't use these powers and run around playing this hawk and this dove without there actually being a legitimate reason for you to do it. And at this point, they just have to accept it because time is not on their side and they need to go help their father. So on the next page, they're able to easily bust through the door because of their combined strength. We cut over to the hospital, and there's that security guard outside the judge's door, and they're ready to, pow and take care of him. And that's pretty much what they're about to do. In the meantime, we cut over to Hawk and Dove. They're trying to get from this old theatrical warehouse into the hospital, and they're jumping over cars. They're jumping into the river and swimming. And Don's a little bit better swimmer than Hank anyway, but since he has these powers, he's even more better. And they're like, when they get to the hospital on the next page, they're like, we just can't walk in looking like this. We're going to get thrown out. We're like, we're going to climb. We're going to climb up there and jump in. So then we kick off chapter 3, and bam, that police guard's taken out. Hawk and Dove immediately follow through in the window, and these guys are like, who are they? And they start throwing fisticuffs and punches. And while Hank is pretty aggressive as Hawk, Dove is saying to them, you boys should never have come here. If we don't catch you, the law is going to catch you. So why don't you just give up? He's trying to talk it through. Well, next page. And one of the guys takes and punches Dove, and he's kind of out of it for a minute, and they realize that he's out of it. So they push him out the window. And he starts falling, and he realizes, I'm about to hit the cement, but luckily just in time, he's able to grab like a flagpole and swirl around. In the meantime, Hank Hawk is so busy that he doesn't even realize that his brother's gone for a second. And Dove gets back in through the window and hollers for Hank, trying to warn him that the one guy got past him and is heading into the judge's hospital room. And he's like, he can't hear me. I'm just going. He opens up the door right as the guy's getting ready to shoot his dad. And on the next page, you'll see how incredibly close he came to hitting his father in that first panel. So Dove is trying to restrain him while Hawk comes in and just starts letting the punches fly. And they've got him subdued, and they kind of say, yeah, sir, what do you think about that? What do you think about us? And he's like, you haven't even told me your names. And he's like, well, just call us the Hawk and the Dove, and it's up to you to guess which one is which. And they realize, well, the trouble is past, so they need to get out of there before their costumes revert away from them and their identity is blown. So they get out of the room, and then all of a sudden it starts. They revert back to Hank and Don, and they're like, hey, police are in there now. They got the guy, and they're like, maybe we should go in and tell our dad who we are. First Hank's like, let's see what dad thinks of Hawk and Dove, and Don's kind of like, no, let's just tell him who we are. And Hank's kind of like, okay, let's do it. So he goes back in, and they're kind of like, hey, what's up? And the dad's like, explains how he got saved by this mysterious costume people calling themselves Hawk and Dove, but they need to be turned over to the authorities. And they're like, oh my God, our dad would turn us in, and we would be put up the river by our own father. And they're like, well, as far as Don saying, as far as I'm concerned, that does it. I want to give up this crime-fighting life anyway. And Hank is like, Dad's been a judge so long, he's beginning to think like a lawman. With their abilities, Hawk and Dove could do a lot of good. Why can't Dad see that? And on the next page, Don is like, well, count me out. If you want to fight crime, go ahead. Just don't expect me to join you. And he's like, what's wrong with you? You could do a lot of good with your power. Let's not get it to waste. And to activate their power, I guess I didn't mention this. All they have to do is say their names. They have to say Hawk or Dove, and then they magically appear. And they're like, well, we could do a lot of good. And they're like, we ended up saving our dad's life. And Don's just kind of like, shut up and leave me alone, will you? You can't beat up on everyone you disagree with. Just get lost. Yeah. And then there below, we are told that we have not seen the last of Hawk and Dove because they're getting their own comic book.
Nice.
On June 25th. So
yes,
get down to your LCS.
Hello, Retro Toy Princess. Thanks for joining us. So you guys, what are your thoughts on Hawk and Dove?
Yeah, those aren't characters that I have a whole lot of experience with, but every time we've come across them, I've enjoyed their stuff. So
yeah, I like them too.
Yeah, all the Ditko stuff, but these characters, I'm telling you, if left alone and not teamed up with a bunch of people, it might be more interesting. Yeah. Maybe an ultimate or an absolute Hawk and Dove or Creeper would be
absolute crazy. Hawk and Dove. Okay, I could get behind that. That would be pretty interesting because Dove is like supposed to be this kind-hearted fellow, but then he's in the absolute verse. Like, could he still be that? Or maybe he's a dove with like bird flu and he like pecks people.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're crazy, but Yeah. Oh, there we go. So what's the next? Next is Shade. Now, I'm sorry, Signature King. This might be the craziest one out of all three of them.
Yeah, this one was kind of all over the place. Yeah, it was pretty wild. So buckle up. First, I was reading this and I was like, wait a minute. And I got down to the bottom, like, oh, it's an ad. This has nothing to do with Shade the Changeling Man.
The Great Hostess cupcake ads. I love them.
Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. So we start off here on the planet Meta, where there is a prison riot, and there's some sort of police force that's like trying to quell this prison riot, and they hit him with some kind of like phase beam, and they're vanishing into what they call the zero zone, not to be confused with the phantom zone.
Oh, don't do that.
Those are different. Though I think it would be pretty cool that you have a little Zod cameo like floating through the zero zone.
They're like,
but anyway, yeah. So we're in the zero zone, and yeah, these criminals are all floating away or whatever. And back at the police headquarters, they're talking about is it how do you say is it Rack Shade? Is that how you say it? Rack? Because I was reading it as Rack. But anyway, they're talking about the traitor Rack Shade, who used to be not only the Earth expert, but he was also the top security agent. So they're doing a big brief here about how to solve this problem, and then they have the N agent who's supposed to neutralize or negate any threats, and this is Agent Melu, and yeah, she's supposed to like track down and take care of these bad guys. But we cut through. We cut over to Shade, and he's. I guess he's been to Earth before because I'm back in my Earth apartment. But they don't touch on that. You know what I mean? They don't mention. But he's escaped his zero realm prison, and he is back at his Earth apartment. Where he, it's weird. So he's actually like a crime fighter when he's back on Earth with his super powered belt, or his vest. I'm sorry, his M vest. Not to be confused with Invest. But yeah, he's back on Earth, back on Meta. They're sending this agent to kill Shade, and it turns out that the agent that was sent to kill Shade, they used to be engaged, but Shade did something wrong, and now her parents are paralyzed, and he has this reputation for being a traitor. So she's like, I just got to take this guy out and be done with it. But yeah, so she's getting ready to do that, and we cut back to a bad guy, and his name we don't learn yet, but we will soon. And he's like, oh man, I'm almost fully materialized. I'm gonna take over the planet Earth. So we cut to Lieutenant Imp. And anyway, so he's going after a big gangster called Big Jake Gole. And he's ready to bring down this big crime syndicate. And we switch over to Big Jake, and he's beating up some guy for not doing what he was anticipated or wanted or needed him to do. And he's like, yeah, if I see you again, I'm just gonna shoot you. But that's when not Big Jake, but that's when Lieutenant Imp comes in, and he's immediately detained, and these bad guys start trying to beat him up, but he has the power to change. So he's changing, and his face gets all weird. He's got these gigantic hands, and he just starts smacking around some bad guys. He captures one of them and says, listen, give me what I want. Tell me where Big Jake is, or I'll beat you. But I got to say, this guy's having a bad day. Not only does he get beat up by his boss, but I think he gets beat up by someone else looking for his boss. Like, this guy's having a terrible day. So he gives him some information, and we switch over to our villain here, who has the I don't think they tell us the name of the Big Rod. I forget about it, but they'll tell us before. And he has the power of Zokag. I don't know how to pronounce that, but but he's falling. He was floating in the air. Now he's falling. He's saying, "Oh man, like the M-Rod is what he has, and it's almost that energy. And before he goes after Shade, he's got to charge this M-Rod." We cut back to the agent, and she's still trying to think, like, should I go after him? Should I just let him be in Earth? Should I kill him? What do I do? I don't know what to do. We switch back over to Shade, and people are looking for him, and he's able to change his body, so he's blending in. He notices, okay, here's the building I'm at. I can't just walk in the front door. He notices a window's open. He floats up there, and as he gets inside, he's noticed by some bad guys, and they are very confused because they mentioned there's no fire escape. So how did he get up there? As he's coming down the stairs, he's not unconscious, but beaten by a bad guy who's working for the big boss. So he takes Shade over to some capos, and they're punching him around a little bit, but it's really not doing anything. He's kind of immune to damage. So they decide to take him to the boss. And here it is. Now that the boss is in, Shade kind of has he's like, well, I got what I want. I'm exactly where I want to be. So he starts to change. His face gets all freaky. He's starting to float, but trying to grab his legs. And here we are. So he starts kicking some bad guys, which is pretty cool. And he's got Jake. And he's like, hey, bad guy, like,
hey, bad guy.
Hey, bad guy. We're looking for Kempo. Where's he at? But we cut back to this big scary villain. Behold, for I am, this. I have no idea. Zokag, the powerful Zokag.
I'm Zokag, baby.
Will kneel before me. Where have we heard that before? I've captured the attention of Shade. Finally, worthy opponent. Let's go. So he starts capturing all these people. Shade finally shows up in his 1960s gumshoe attire, which I had to laugh at. Didn't even bother to change. So they have this big supervillain beatdown. But it's Shade, who's going up against a villain from his world with his technology. So he is able to do some damage. And then the N agent shows up, who's here to terminate Shade. But the fight's already over. Shade has beaten Zokag, and I don't even know. I'm sorry. I'm bad. But she decides, let me just leave Shade here. I'm going to take this big villain home, and we're just going to take him back. So people are happy that the buildings are finally turning back. And here's the part that I have to kind of laugh at. Because it still holds up today. So all these people in this city saw this big super villain hero beatdown, and the buildings started to change and swallow things. Everybody saw it. And it is written off as a bizarre mass hallucination. You didn't see that. The media says you didn't see that. Nobody saw that. So as the N agent goes back to her world, she's approached by the boss and says, hey, where is Shade? That was kind of like the whole reason that you were supposed to go there. And that wraps up this issue of Shade and the Changing Man.
Okay, thoughts about this story?
What was happening? So
yeah, it's everywhere.
It is. Okay, so Shade must have been like a crook from his, but he wanted to, at the end, he wanted to prove that he wasn't a crook, I guess.
Yeah.
And it wasn't him. So he was falsely accused for crippling her parents or something. And then what's funny is we're spending all this time with these other guys and Shade, and then there's one dude who can't get his staff going for half the show, and then at the end it's like, oh, I got it going, and all of a sudden Shade just comes in and beats him up off screen, apparently. Like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah, the fight was only a couple of panels and was over.
Zokag or
Zokag or whatever.
So
he needs Viagra for that staff.
He couldn't get it up. Couldn't get that up. I'm telling you. And hey, but we had some good Ditko artwork, and we had not Doctor Strange at the end, but he had like this big, like he had the curls and stuff, but he had the weird beard instead. But that was the zaniest one out of all three of them. That one was like, hey, I was doing something with my friends the other day, and I got this idea.
Yeah. I mean, if you thought the 60s were wild, they're just letting you know the 70s were too.
Yeah, this is like 77 or 78, right?
Yeah. So, okay, I have trivia for you guys.
All right.
How, without looking, without cheating or nothing, how many issues do you think Volume 1 of Shade lasted?
20.
No.
3?
Higher. Higher than 3, lower than 20.
15.
10.
Lower.
8.
8.
Dang.
Yeah. What's still back then, that is bad.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, come on.
You can just blame that on the DC implosion, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many, like, even, like, OMAC had, I forgot how many OMAC had. That wasn't a lot. So, but wow. You know, it was funny because we were filming the one show, me and SK were, and I was like, we found, you know, I figured out what I wanted to do. I was like, sorry, you probably get Shade the Changing Man.
Yep.
I was like, because I knew it was going to be crazy. And I got to apologize as I was.
You don't have to apologize to him at all, because what you don't know is I gave him the choice.
Okay.
I did, didn't I, SK? I said, do you want Shade or do you want Hawk and Dove?
Because I know more about Shade than Hawk and Dove. So
and when you said Shade, I went, thank you.
Just because I know Shade, I know a little bit about Shade. I know nothing of Hawk and Dove.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm the complete other way around.
So yeah, like I do gotta apologize because I was like reading pretty much the dialogue from my comic because I was like, I don't know what's going on, so I can't really explain what's happening. So I'm just gonna read the dialogue, and that probably ate up a lot of the show.
That's okay.
Apologize.
It's fine. So we're at the book show portion now, and we're going to talk about upcoming appearances and show off some stuff. I'm just going to go first this week because I'm just going to take my turn to go first. So currently on my channel, I have my back issue of the week, which is Dark Knights of Steel, which I am loving. I know this came out in 2022. I'm reading it for the first time now as a 12 issue Tom Taylor, Jasmine Putri series. Loving that. Like, I just can't put it down. I forced myself to say, you can't read more than 2 today, you know? So really enjoying that. My Lasso Loot video is DC and Marvel Comics haul for you. There's some good stuff in there, a lot of Bronze Age stuff, a little silver, as you would expect from the Magic Lasso channel. Coming up, here's what's on the way. We have a back issue of the week tomorrow that will tie into Marvel's 616 Day, which is, you know, June 16th, because that's 616. So I'm doing a Doctor Doom themed back issue of the week tomorrow. I have an all Avengers haul for my Lasso Loot video. And there's some really good stuff in there, including an AOK and some upgrades that I'm looking forward to. And let's see. Oh, and then I'm on Cover Lovers. And I'll let Alan talk more about that in a minute. So that's what's on my channel. That's what's coming to my channel. For a book show tonight, I decided to show a few things. I'm going to start out with some Volume 1 Teen Titans that featured Hawk and Dove.
Oh, nice.
So we got a great cover there.
With
them,
it's calling Speedy a creep, huh?
Yeah.
That's Nick Cardy. Is that Nick
Yeah, I
Cardy?
believe so. Yeah.
Ooh, I love Nick Cardy.
Yep. And I picked out another one.
Ooh, hello.
A little underwater action.
Hawk and Dove. Nice.
Yeah. And then one more that's not Hawk and Dove related, but today is Flag Day. And next week we're going to feature Supergirl on the retro review. So here's a Supergirl comic book with a flag.
I'm talking.
Showed off her new
Pre-Crisis without the headband, though, right?
Yeah, the headband would come about another year in, or less than a year in. So they made her have the headband because the people doing the Helen Slater film said she's going to have a headband in the movie, so you need to put it in the comic book. So they did, and then they didn't put a headband on her in the movie.
Yeah, that sounds movie producer.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Do want to say too, I know we're well past the news segment, but Olivia did mention too, Scott Snyder did reveal Absolute Batgirl today at Heroes Con. So we're getting an Absolute Batgirl. Pretty awesome.
Comic book or character?
Comic, well, both. So, and yes, there is a screen test with the headband, and it does look horrendous.
Is it not like a Blu-ray special edition they show that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably on YouTube somewhere if you did a little searching for it. So, all right, Alan, book show, and tell us about upcoming
oh my goodness
appearances and content.
Okay, so I went a couple weeks ago. I think it was in May, end of May. I went to an Ohio Super Show. It was like a bunch of comic book owners, dealers that, it was their block. You go to their houses, their garages and stuff. And then there was a couple like at a flea market.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna cut it to the quick here. We were talking this earlier. You like Brave and the Bold. Oh, buddy. So I got me a whole healthy. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at these babies. Oh my goodness. All those. They're beautiful. So I got them for a good deal. It says $5 if you can read that, but it was 50% off, so they were $2.50. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you see these? You're gonna buy them.
Oh, there's
crazy like me. Huh?
There's a creeper.
Right. Look at that. It's special. I bet you there's a Hawk and Dove in there somewhere.
Okay.
Who's this character, dude? Good grief, Batman. This weirdo is bombarding us with paper. So that must be a paper villain. I'm telling you. They had some stupid villains, and I love them. What I want to eventually do, I want to do the Rogues Gallery, where I just focus on just villains you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
All right, we got Rose and Thorn. The Thorn. Let's see if I got Man-Bat on. Oh man, I got so many of these. I'm in love. I'm in love with the Brave and the Bold and the DC Comics Presents. That was basically the Superman stuff. Your girl there, Batman and Wonder Woman.
Great book.
And speaking of Wonder Woman, let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh my goodness. Because of our show, when we filmed the show that you're going to be on this week,
nice.
I had to.
Oh, yeah.
Stack of Wonder Woman.
Oh, wow.
That was crazy. And I got the one you were like, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I know. I love this one. The tiny loincloth Zeus.
Uh-huh.
And then this one, she died naked, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then, that one. Just all the bronze. And then another just weird dude.
Yeah.
Atomic Knight. He's one up there. I loved him ever since the Who's Who.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got a bunch of Wonder Womans. This weird. And I got the one, I think it was in the Atomic Knight one. It had that imp guy in it, the gremlin.
The gremlin, yeah. Great hair of gremlins.
So I also bought.
Wow.
I've been ending my Jack Kirby Fourth Worlds. Just getting all those, writing them off. Even the one with Don Rickles. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
and then a bunch of World's Finest.
Oh yeah.
I went crazy, buddy.
Did you get anything with You Want a Beast?
I don't know.
No.
I'm trying to go back here. I just, it's funny because then I found some covers that had Captain Marvel on them, and I was like, I should have put those on my list.
Yeah.
And then I got some Superman families.
Oh, let's see them.
Superman families, they're just nuts. I just love that. I like the Batman family. I got a couple Batman families, Superman families, but also I started, speaking of Who's Who's, I started doing when I go to shows and stuff, I have the Who's Who's challenge. I don't know if I've told you about this. And so I looked at the back of the Who's Who's, the back cover, inside back cover, and they have all the comics of the people could appear in. So I got a list of all those. And so my mission is to get every book that appeared in the back of those comics.
Nice.
So here's the kind of, I found one, and this was in the back. I mean,
oh yeah,
Elvira.
My heart's on fire for Elvira.
Yeah. What? I mean, what's so special about that? I don't know. Also, real quick, I know this is DC. It's a lot of books. It is. I went crazy. I saved a long time. I was putting a lot of money aside for this because I do this every year. It's like my splurge. So even my buddy went to a local. He went to Hall of Heroes Comic-Con this past like a weekend or so ago. I couldn't go, and I'm trying to finish my Captain America run. I know it's Marvel, sorry. And
those are cool covers though.
Yeah, he got me too. This is a John Romita. John Romita couldn't do any wrong back then. But yeah, he got me those, and I owe him a lot. And I think I'm down to maybe 9 Captain America, OG Captain Americas. The only Captain Americas I'm not doing is the Captain America comics from the 40s. I can't do that. I ain't got that money. Also, I just wanted to show you what I pulled out. I know Silverhade.
Did you do the diorama?
She-Bab. I just wanted to show her that I have some of these. No, I don't, but there's a diorama on the back.
Yeah.
Did she do this one already?
She did.
Oh my goodness. Gotta go check that out. And then also we got the Justice League there.
I love that. Show the back of that Justice League because that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Justice Society.
Yeah. That is beautiful. Also, and then finally, when I get around to showing Signature King's appearance on Cover Lovers, one of the books was in a famous first edition, but it had the cover ripped off. Sorry, I'm exposing it. And it was like that. And so I was like, oh, they must have it. So yeah, look, Signature King. That's cool. I didn't know this before, but that's so beautiful though. Having that, I would much rather have this than this.
Than that, yeah.
So you know what was happening back in the late 70s, early 80s? People were taking those, ripping the covers off, and trying to pass them off as original copies of #1 and getting the big bucks for them.
Yeah.
Even though it's ginormous.
Well, the Golden Age books were bigger,
big,
but not that big. But still, I think so many people had never seen them, that they were easily fooled.
Just beautiful, though. Yeah. Like, oh, man. I'm going to rip this off. I'm going to rip this cover off now. No.
Jackson Roy Kirk is dialing 9.
Yeah, I bet.
911, and he realizes there's no 11 on his phone.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. And then I got other stuff, but
Are you going to do a video showing all your haul?
I was going to, but I'm editing so crazy on the Cover Lover show, and I want to try to get one out at least for the first month every week, and then I might go bi-weekly or whatever, or every other week, because I want to start doing other shows. Sure. But if it's just Cover Lovers for me, then fine. Because I'm getting such great guests. I got you, and I got SK, and it's so fun. And editing, I hear the same thing over and over again. I'm like, no, I got to go back.
Uh-huh.
I got to go back and change that. But still, there's stuff that sneaks in, and I'm like, oh no, what's that? But that's just editing is a problem for me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think you did a good job on the ones you've shown us so far. And I also want to say there's nothing like that type of show that you went to get all those comic books. Sometimes those are the best ones to go to, you know.
That's why sure,
HeroesCon is fun and everything, and you see amazing books at HeroesCon, and you see friends that maybe you don't see across, you know, the country. But for buying comic books and getting good deals, the type of show you went to is, I think, the most fun for that.
I got a couple of long boxes full of comics, and nice. There was one place that was selling 8 books for $1. So
wow, you can't get a better deal than that.
Yeah, I mean, I picked up Valiant books and stuff like that. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Hey. Well, let's check in and see how many subscribers Signature King has now.
I'm still in the 20K, so
only.
Our life. Our life.
All right. Now, have you threatened them with putting out some content?
I'm considering it.
Okay.
I'm considering it.
Okay.
I've been actually more active on Instagram lately. Having a lot of fun with my cool Meta AI glasses. So and I've been doing some builds here. I'll show this. If I can get over there. So there's part of it. You can see my kids have started to build a fort underneath of it already. But that's part of it. It's just a big storage container thing. And you're looking at roughly 4,000 books. So it's just a part of my collection. I've got a lot more to go. So I built it and then I maxed out my storage in one day.
I thought you were going to say you maxed out your credit card. So
no, the wood I already had. So the only thing it cost me was my time. It's actually the wood from there is the scrap that I had from making the desk.
Okay.
So it didn't cost me anything. So I'm gonna do something with this. I haven't decided yet, but go check out my Instagram if you want to see, how I built it, some ideas. I talk about, there's a couple updates I did. In fact, another update, I'm building more already. I'm going to add on to it. Nice. So I'm going to do some rearranging in the office. I'm going to make it even wider. So hopefully I can make it more, but it's so nice that I can have this cool storage for my books and, I can just look at it and I don't have to be like, what cabinet is that run in?
Come on.
And I was able to actually get even more space. I was able to take them out of the cabinets and put them in there. So now I got room for more books. So now I got to fill them up. So that comes with it. Book show today. I'm going to go with Absolute Catwoman. Foil variant. So that is very cool. Written by Scott Snyder. So speaking of Scott Snyder, hopefully I'm going to have the opportunity to link up with him in Baltimore. This is the second time that I've run into him. So
I heard he had quite the line this weekend.
His line's going to be outrageous in Baltimore. I already know it. It was big when Dark Knight's Metal came out, so I don't know what to do. And I gotta do this perfectly. I gotta hit Jim Lee on Saturday, and then Scott Snyder on Sunday. So Scott Snyder's going to be there Friday and Sunday. Okay. He's not going to be there Saturday. So,
what are you going to have Jim Lee sign? Are you going to have him sign something?
Couple things. Some absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman covers, since Scott Snyder's going to be there anyway. So I can get some double signatures on some of those. That's a good idea. So that'll be a lot of fun.
I like the Dark Knight Returns cover that Jim Lee did, where he's in the tank and he's got his hat. That's beautiful to me.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't know. I got to figure out what ticket package I'm going to get for Jim Lee, because there's $80 for one signature, the cheapest, or I think it's $500 will get you 8 signatures, but you get an extra cool stuff like that. Gone in 3 minutes after the door open. Yeah, at the con. I believe it. So I got to get there crazy early on Sunday. But I'm hoping some of the people will get there Friday and they won't appear on Sunday. So we'll see. we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know when the best day to read that Absolute Catwoman is?
When?
Catterday.
I was seriously thinking that in my brain. He's gonna say Catterday.
I thought you were gonna say Meow Day or something.
Meow
Right?
Day.
Meow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
meow.
right meow is a good time to read it too. All right.
Great.
Gentlemen, have anything else you want to share today before we wrap up the greatest DC comic show on YouTube?
Just thanks for having me.
Of course. And check out Alan's new Cover Lover series. He's got 2 great episodes out already, both featuring Superman, Golden Age, and Silver Age. Wonder Woman is coming this week. And who knows what the SK is going to do? Probably Harley covers, I'm guessing. So
Cheesecake Harley covers.
That's what I think.
So someone keeps like once or twice a week, someone will tag me in the Harley Quinn Fartacular book, and they'll be like, "Did you get this one? Like that wasn't funny the first 8,000 times that happened."
You have it signed?
It's not funny now.
Not funny now. Okay.
I didn't even know that was around. So.
Oh yeah, it's the absolute stupidest book in existence. Like, why?
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. So next week, believe it or not, it's time to start talking about Supergirl. And we're going to do part 1 of Woman of Tomorrow next week with our special guest, Lady Fantastic. So that's going to be really good and a lot of fun. So we hope that you can join us for that. Thank you to everyone who watched on the rewind all the way to the end and everyone in the live stream. We appreciate you as well and hope that you have a happy, healthy, and safe week. Alan
Can I say something real quick? I forgot. Gore Vidal, if you're out there, if you're watching, I want you on my show. He doesn't answer anything. And I'm just like, hey, I want to get him on there. I want to do the Phantom. I want to do the Phantom with Gore.
That's like me and Comic Head 84. Can't get a reply from him to save my life. Calling him out now. Won't get a reply from it, so not worried. Yeah. You guys have a great week, and thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for meow.